કોઈ કાઢી નાખ્યા છે?
Bye bye Baralacha. Now this is the motorable vlogging set that I have without a microphone. I'm sure there will be a lot of wind noise and I will not be able to post the real sound, but of course there is. I'm going to tell them to look here. Yo, my head is paining a little bit. Beautiful place. Like people should come here not just once, a lot of times, because in this road what I have noticed is there are lots of places, and if you start exploring it will be very difficult to complete, even in, like, you know, I don't know, I just think it will take a lot of time. Plain and simple. Yeah. One more frozen lake ahead. I hope the camera angle is at the center. I have not checked it out, but this stretch is nice, you know. It's just technically a marine drive. There is a lake, and along the side of the lake there is road. So actually any water body which has a road is actually called a marine drive. Initially I used to think that only, you know, the roads which are close to the, I mean next to the sea or ocean, they are marine drive, but no, I was wrong. The information, those who did not know, but I'm sure most of you will be knowing. I'm kind of late, but enjoy the road, man. How the hell did they make so beautiful roads over here? Super road, super. Amazing. We are not even at Leh now. I mean Ladakh now. This is still Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh has some great landscapes. Whoa. यो ट्रेनमा खिच्न मजाको देख्छ. Dominar and Interceptor. Feels like.
So under God's mighty grace, after we crossed Baralacha, a high mountain pass that connects Lahul in Himachal Pradesh to Ladakh, a little ahead we come across Surajtal, a frozen or semi-frozen lake depending on what time of the year it is. We were privileged enough to see it in a frozen state. It's one of the highest lakes in India, and it's considered the source of the Bagh River, which was just right next to us. As we continue, I mean, it was just right next to us in the camp
feels
site
so
where we
new.
lived in Jisma. So now as we
Thought it
continue, the
feels like it
landscape
should be
opens up
recorded,
gradually. Rocky
but
hills,
I
dry
can't.
riverbeds, and
The
occasionally,
maybe
there
I'll
were
just
army
record enough.
vehicles reminded us of how remote and important this route is. And then after a while we entered the Sarchu plain. Now we are going to enter a wide open stretch of land at high altitude. Now this is what I wanted to ride. I always used to see videos of roads in Ladakh rides, and it used to be long roads, either side mountains. And there is one more plain that is actually a plain. This is a plateau which almost represents a plain, but not exactly. But there is one plain, the Moray plain, which also has mountains next to it, but a wider plain. So let's talk a little bit more about this area, the Sarchu. Well, it won't be wrong if I say that this place feels like you're in the middle of nowhere, but in a good way. It's wide open, the wind is strong, and the silence here is something else. We are now at the altitude of around 4,290 meters, or about 14,070 feet above the sea level. So yeah, you are literally on the top of the world. And if you are not careful, the lack of oxygen here can really hit you. So it's important to reset and rest and hydrate yourself. You might not be thirsty, so carry some RS or maybe some electrolyte, and just take it slow. We did not have a lot of speed, you can see, but my bike, by God's grace, it could really pull. I did not, because I was worried about the fuel, but I could. Next time you go, if you can be gentle on your throttle, but if you have fuel with you. So Sarchu is interesting because it lies right on the border of Himachal Pradesh and Ladakh. If you are coming from Manali, this is where Himachal ends and Ladakh begins. You will even see an official signboard saying you are entering the Union Territory of Ladakh. Now, why is Sarchu important if you really want to know, or maybe wanted to know? First of all, this is a key halt point for travelers on the Leh-Manali highway. Whether you are in a car or on bike or even with the army convoy, almost everyone stops here to rest or camp overnight. There are lots of tent and camps here in the summer. They open around May or June and pack up again before the winter comes. The Indian Army also uses this route for supplies and patrols. So you'll see the military trucks passing by often. You would not see a lot. And the area is not just beautiful but also strategic. And here's something many people don't know. Sarchu was part of an old trade route. So long ago, traders from Ladakh and Tibet used to pass through here, bringing wool, salt, and other goods. These were the things, So this plain, which looks empty now, was probably once buzzing with activity. I don't know, maybe. Today it becomes a favorite spot for riders, adventurers, like a lot of person who wants to see this kind of road like I have imagined, and by God's grace I could ride on it. The flat stretch of road through the plateau with those tall cliffs and strange rock formation, if you can see on the sides along the video, makes it feel like you are on a different planet somehow. But don't let the beauty fool you. This place gets really cold at night. Even in summer, temperatures can drop below freezing, and the wind can be brutal. So yeah, Sarchu might look like a plain with some tents, but it's a place full of stories, or from traders of the past to army soldiers to today's travelers. And for me, standing here in this peaceful silence and riding, mostly I stood there only for like few minutes, and we had something. I think I was the only one munching, and I don't remember, but yeah, I and maybe, let's say we munched a little bit, and we stood there. There was silence, and it was amazing. So the journey will continue, and the next there is, I think it is the Gata loops or something like that. I forgot the name. And in this route there are basically more 2 passes before we reach Pang, Nakila Pass and Lachungla Pass, and then I think we will reach Pang. So Nakila, Lachung and Pang is not a pass, it is just a small village. Nakila, Lachung and everything beyond this point will be Ladakh. So thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you will enjoy. Some more videos are coming. Stay tuned. Bye bye. Oh yeah, a little bit more glimpse of the plane is there if you want to just stick by and take a look and be mesmerized with the beautiful road and the beautiful terrain. Beauty is just lying there. You can just grab it. See you next time in the next video. Thank you so much once again for watching.